for the land of the free.
It's always fun to look around and see fans singing our Star-Spangled Banner. Welcome, everyone, to Noche Enabia. A Latin theme is the backdrop to tonight's festivities.
Hey, good evening.
DA, the Sacramento fans would love to see that as well. Thanks so much for that report. Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. Barnes and Bagley, the duo with the forward. Fox at the point with Hield to his side. They're the backcourt. And it's Whiteside in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Miami, Trevor Ariza out there with Nemanja Bjelica. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then there's Baller. And it's Hero in at the 2-guard spot. And it's pretty clear that Adam Silver would like to implement, Chris, a mid-season tournament. What do you think would motivate teams for something like that?
Man, it depends. It could be money, or it could make the games count extra, or different seeding or position of seeding in the playoffs. These days, I guess it wouldn't hurt to try.
Back to Fox. To the middle. Here's Hield. It's hauled in by Hero. From deep. Rebound by the Kings. Barnes with it. He's picked up by Ariza. Barnes against Ariza. Takes a shot at the elbow. Barnes can't get it to go. And it's Adebayo with the ball for Miami. This game against Sacramento is the first time they've met this year.
And it was a matchup you thought they would have cruised through, but they actually dropped a game in this series last year.
Outside, Fox. Stolen away. Here's Baller. Sinks the triple. Baller's got 5 now.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
For Sacramento, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Passes to Hield. Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Amongst the best hitting the offensive glass, Whiteside can pile up those second chance points.
From deep three-point range, and he sinks it from deep. Three-pointer good from Baller.
A really smart opening quarter for them at the offensive end. Moving, finding good shots. They're 4 for 5 from the field.
Hield outside. Back to Fox. And it's Fox with the jam.
Look at Hill's unselfish approach. He's working to find everyone to look, not just himself.
You ask Buddy Hield, he says he's not just a shooter, he's a maker. And boy, he's right. One of the great marksmen, not just in the league today, but in league history.
I mean, look at the volume of threes he's attempted and his percentage. He's in elite company.
The Kings trail by 6, and it's Bagley in the corner. Back to Hield, takes a 3. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
A genuine sniper from distance. Hill's three-point stroke is as good as it gets.
A shot's good from Baller.
Some players might wear down during this kind of run. He's only getting strong.
And here's Hield. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. Outside, Fox. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Hield with the bucket.
Well, you got to be up on Hield. I mean, when you aren't, he's ready to fire as soon as he touches the rock.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
And De'Aaron Fox, a natural right-hander, but he plays lefty.
Well, he's similar to Mike Conley. Guys like that, more.
Group in for the Heat. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Iguodala. Bjelica comes in for Robinson. Heroes checked in for Oladipo. And it's Baller in for Goran Dragic. On the floor for Sacramento, Hield and Barnes are the 2 and the 3. Marvin Bagley is out there with Whiteside, and it's Fox in at the point guard. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Baller in that last game against the Spurs got the job done. He dropped in 38 points and got there the usual way. An impressive barrage of three-pointers. He put up great numbers in a terrific effort. It's not a game that anyone wanted to miss. And he'll be looking for a repeat performance tonight, Kevin.
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
I think he will, because he takes being a leader seriously, and it shows in how he approaches things at both ends of the floor.
Doubled by Fox. Ariza has the open look. And again, Miami with the triple.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
The Kings trail by 15. Fox passes to Barnes. Right side the bounce pass. Here's Bagley. Again, the miss by the King. Miami's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Back to Ariza. Bagley brings the double team. Lets it go with a three. And again, Miami with the triple.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they are forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Here's Bagley. And finished off by Bagley.
And powering it home. He ends a 12-0 run by the Heat.
Poked away. Fox with it. Now defended by Baller. And it's Bagley that time on the assist by Fox. Bagley's got 4 points this quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Baller, guarded by Fox, and really deep through that time. And that's now 20 points for Baller.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
The pass to Whiteside. There's 1:47 left in the first half of basketball. Healed from outside. No good on that one. Now the Heat take it the other way. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That'll be the second game of a 5-game homestand. From deep. And again, Miami with the triple.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
The Kings trail by 20. There's 1:17 left in the first half. The kick out to Fox. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Pass to Baller. From deep three-point range, from beyond the arc, and then some. Baller's got 26.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Can they get it? And there's the nice layup by Fox.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
46 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. From deep. No good from Baller. The Kings trail by 21. The drive by Barnes. Here's Bagley. Plays it up off the glass. Bagley's got 6 points.
He's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the first quarter.
Here's Baller. It's good, and that takes him to 77% shooting this game, 10 for 13.
Well, with the role he's on this quarter, they're going to keep going to him and get that lead even bigger.
Hield outside. Clock at 6. From past the arc, buries the long-range jumper. 8 points for him.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
All right, it's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
And so it's the Miami Heat with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Baller having a dominant impact in this game.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, the defense didn't do a very good job of staying connected to him. We'll see if they make an adjustment.
Bjelica is out there with Adebayo. Then there's Baller. Then it's Trevor Ariza. And it's Hero into the shooting guard. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with. Pass to Barnes. Up top, Hield. And it's blocked.
Oh, tremendous reach on the block by Ariza, making a real effort on defense.
Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Over to the left wing. Baller, guarded by Fox. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
About 1 minute played here in the second half. From downtown, it's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got rebound number 5 here tonight. It's Bjelica, and the shot goes in. Bjelica's got his first 2 points.
And how about the fundamentals right there? I mean, Bjelica is so skilled at keeping his balance in the face of adversity.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Whiteside kicks to Hield. Passes it to Barnes. Shot clock at 6. Here's Whiteside. It's rebounded by Baller.
But this is not the start they wanted coming out of the break. 0 for 3 so far, and they're not playing with much intensity.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Here's Ariza. And the Heat, another 3.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Timeout called by the Kings. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset. A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Baller. Adebayo passes to Layman. Here's Baller. And the layup is good. And that's now 33 points for Baller.
It hasn't taken them any time to find their rhythm in the second half. 4 for 4 from the field already.
Davis, the pass to Medu. He kicks to Fox. To end the cold streak, and it's Fox with the jam.
How do you not love Fox? I mean, he's a crafty point guard who possesses some real power.
Doubled by Fox. There's the pass to Bielitsa. Good ball movement here by Miami. Baller, guarded by Fox. None, that's good.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Davis kicks to Jones. Fox deciding where to go with it. Pass to Davis. And the layup's good off the glass. Timeout called, the Heat. Well, you hear about the extinction of great NBA big men. Do you see it that way? And if so, Greg, is the game that has changed, or perhaps a dip in the talent at that position that has changed?
You know, you think back to the likes of Russell.
Going with the whole new group on the floor. And here's Whiteside. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. They've got the Pistons ahead of them in their next game in Detroit. That puts them squarely in the middle of this 5-game road trip. On the floor for Sacramento, they've got Halliburton. Whiteside is out there with Marvin Bagley. Then it's DeLon Wright. And it's Fox in at the point guard position. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Here's Baller. Makes it off the glass. Baller's got 35.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
Whiteside kicks to Fox. Just 5 on the clock.
What a game he's having on the boards. Even their big fellas can't keep him off the glass.
Here's Baller. Good work defensively by Fox.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
Inside. Halliburton, that's good.
As hot as he's been, it still has to be him who leads the charge and helps turn this game around.
Hits, count that one from Baller. And that's now 37 points for Baller.
They couldn't have asked for much more from him today. He's been a key force in their offense.
It's right on the wing. We know the NBA is looking to get rid of the one-and-done rule pretty soon. Adam Silver, Greg, saying he thinks the league can create a better system. Do you think so?
I think they can create a better system for some. I think the growth of the G League, no doubt, is instrumental in that new system. Now these young rookies can get the playing time in lower-tier pro games as they continue to develop. But I think still the collegiate game plays a significant role. The experience of going to college, even for a year, can be invaluable.
There are pros both ways, college or the G League. Agreed?
I do. I'm just glad it's not a one-size-fits-all proposition. Now you have the option. Not every kid wants to go to college and have that experience. And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
With strong athleticism, Adebayo can finish just about any lob with his large catch radius.
The kick out to Fox. They get it back. Whiteside, good.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Heat.
This was a team performing to its... Oh, that was a strong dunk.
That's how you go home. That is not a simple finish by any means. Adebayo had to keep his focus, makes the D think twice about getting physical with him.
And the Kings will go for a different look here. so Miami takes this one by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that about wraps it up. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.
All 2K TV interactive questions this week are brought to you by Kia, official automotive.
Coming up next, the Heat taking on the Wizards. Hello and thanks for joining us on Noche La NBA, the NBA celebration of Latin. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks.
All right, thank you, David. And now Washington's starting group. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Bradley Beal is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Avdia in at the 3 spot. And for the Heat, Hero out there with Baller. And there's Iguodala. And it's Trevor Ariza. And it's Adebayo in at the 5 spot. Around the league, Doris, we're seeing plenty of small ball, but some teams are going big. If you were a coach at this point, which way do you think you'd lean?
Well, Kevin, I think the best coaches maximize the talent at their disposal. And sometimes a coach philosophically may believe in, I emphasize the three-point line. I want to eliminate all mid-range shooting. I want to get to the restricted area and the free throw line. I mean, to me, I love playing a high-tempo, wide-open floor game. Let's let the players show off all their skill.
A shot's good from Westbrook.
Well, you have to respect the physicality of Russell Westbrook. This guy plays with power, and he will go right through a defender.
From deep three-point range, and that will fall. The three-pointer on the line from Baller.
Always a threat. Three-point land that time was seriously expanded.
Westbrook passes to Beal. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. And he banks in the layup.
This, to me, is one of Bradley Beal's advantages. The defense has got to respect the perimeter jump shot, and that sets up that dribble drive.
Shot's good from Baller.
That's a great beginning. 3 for 3 from the floor.
For Washington, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. The pass to Beal. Bryant against Ariza. Bryant passes to Hachimura. It's stolen by Adebayo. From deep. And the Heat, another 3.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. 8-point game. Last time they met was in Washington.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Well, the kind of low-energy effort they played with all night will make a coach absolutely crazy. You can't win if you don't play quality defense. Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
For Washington, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Pass to Avdia. Bryant trying to free himself up. Off target from outside. The Heat leading by 9. Here's Baller. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And so Westbrook will bring it up for Washington. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
You don't like to count on points from your reserves, but they had some hot hands coming off the bench.
When you get that kind of a complete effort, that's a game you're going to win far more often than not.
No good from Baller. Wizards trail by 9.
And how about this, Doris? For all of his offensive accomplishments, Beal has said he wants to make the all-defensive first team at some point.
Well, he has the instincts, the athleticism, and the tenacity to do exactly that, Greg. The problem is he has had to expend so much energy at the offensive end. But what you love is he's willing to take on difficult challenges. That should help him qualify.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
And what Bryant has been showing more and more of is the ability to read the floor and make good decisions.
Right, Greg. This is a very smart guy who dominated in high school and college just because of his size. He overwhelmed opponents. Now
The Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Lopez, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Thomas Bryant comes in for James Johnson. Avdia's checked in for Bradley Beal. And Russell Westbrook subbed in for Smith. Westbrook against Iguodala. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Bryant. Trying to get open is Lopez. And Bryant the bucket on the assist by Westbrook.
Well, just incredible instincts from Russell Westbrook. How about that pass? On time, on target, make it easy.
They've got Iguodala. Baller is out there with Kendrick Nunn. Then it's Trevor Ariza. And it's Adebayo in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Outside Bryant. Pass to Galloway. Now here's Bryant. His last outing, 16 points for him. Excellent D here by Iguodala. And here comes Ariza, leading the fast break. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Baller in that last game against the Kings played superbly. He picked up 39 points, and he got those points as he always does, knocking down shots from beyond the arc. When you look at the stat sheet, he was mind-blowing. It's hard to imagine he can follow it up tonight with that same level of production. Kevin, we'll see.
All right, David, thanks. It's going to be interesting to see how he follows up that performance.
Yeah, he was the driving force behind that victory, but each night comes with different challenges.
What you love about this guy, though, is even when the defense adjusts to what he's doing, he'll make an adjustment right back. He is always ready with a counter.
Here's Baller over Bryant. Ariza with the bucket. Ariza's got his first basket of the night.
Well, great decision to kick it out. Trust that your teammate will knock down the shot.
Iguodala against Westbrook. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Here's Baller. That 3 off the mark.
And after that great first quarter from three-point range, he has finally come back to earth.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
That's in, coming off an assist from Adebayo. And it's now 23 points for Baller.
And even after all those three-pointers he hit in that first quarter, it looks like the D still didn't learn its lesson as they've left him open for another one.
And Westbrook throws it down.
This guy is an incredible dunker in space. The defense just says, let me step back here.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the one pick or the second pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. Tyler Hero, he's checked in for Kendrick Nunn. Hachimura, he's checked in for the Wizards. Bradley Beal comes in for Langston Galloway. For Washington, they've gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. To the inside, Hachimura. And the dunk by Hachimura.
This is the area of greatest improvement in Mr. Bradley Beal's game. How about the growth in his passing? Wow.
Pass to Hero. Kicks to Iguodala. There's the double team with Westbrook. Hero passes to Baller. The Heat need to get a shot off. And here's Iguodala outside. And the Heat, another 3.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Here's Westbrook. That one goes in. Westbrook's got 8 points.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Baller passes to Adebayo. It's stolen by Bryant. 14 feet away, and there's Bradley Beal on the assist by Westbrook.
Well, offensively, this guy has been cooking. They're definitely not losing because of him.
To the paint, and it's slammed in by Ariza.
A rangy 6'8".
So it's the Miami Heat in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Baller having a dominant impact in this game.
What a welcome surprise that first half. Went above and beyond his usual scoring output.
A huge bonus. Boy, when he's contributing like this, it makes everything easier for his team.
Second half is underway, and here's who Scott Brooks has got on the floor. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Bradley Beal is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Avdia in at the three. Here's Westbrook. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Baller passes to Ariza. Washington with the rebound.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Chalk up two there. 17 points for Beal.
Every season you see Bradley Beal add an element to his game. This guy is a tenacious, versatile scorer.
No good from Baller. Wizards shooting fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. Beal gets a wide open look, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 5 assists in the game. Baller passes to Hero. Now the pass to Adebayo. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. They get Russell Westbrook.
That is not a simple finish by any means. Adebayo had to keep his focus, makes the D think twice about getting physical with him.
Free throw good, Adebayo. For Washington, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Top of the key, Bryant. He dishes it to Avdia. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Avdia's got his first bucket of the night.
Boy, everyone is getting to their spots and then capitalizing. 3 for 4 in the quarter. Beautiful.
Hangs. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Heat have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight. That's good from Baller. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul are 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness, all the while he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst, partner, but a fan, and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. Down low, it's deflected. Here we go, all alone. Here's Hachimura. Lays it in off the breakaway.
Well, you've got to credit the defense of Bradley Beal. Breaks it up defensively, gets out in transition. Nice.
Pass to Hero. Here's Baller. Ariza passes to Baller. There's the double team with Westbrook. Here's Hero. 6 to shoot. Pass to Adebayo. Over Lopez. Bank shot, no good.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over.
And that one is good from Bradley Beal.
How about the pre-shot preparation by Bradley Beal? So good in the catch-and-shoot game.
Timeout called, the Heat. A different look for Miami. Achua, he...
Blackmore scoring almost 20 points a game.
Yes, Greg, he helped the Gonzaga Bulldogs to 37 wins in each of his last 2 years, and obviously played in some big-time games. Was asked to step up in key moments, and he delivered.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Iguodala comes in for Robinson. Heroes checked in for Oladipo. And it's Baller in for Kendrick Nunn. Baller is out there with Hero. Then it's Trevor Ariza. Then there's Achua. And it's Iguodala in at the small forward. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Baller passes to Achua. Good ball movement here by the Heat. 5 to shoot. The dunk by Achua.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Wizards trailed by 14. Westbrook passes to Gafford. Dishes it to Beal. It's hauled in by Achua. Achua's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Baller. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Baller's got 32 points.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
And Westbrook, here we go. Add another basket to his impressive total. It's his 9th against 12 attempts.
I like when a coach says stay in front of Westbrook. Good luck with that. He blasts to the cup.
Here's Achua. And that one, good. Achua's got 4 this quarter.
And he's the main reason they have the lead right now. He's been perfect from the field, literally.
Here's Beal, back to Bryant, and it's good, 2 points.
Boy, tremendous focus from the big man, Thomas Bryant, making the difficult finish look pretty routine. That's nice.
Here's Westbrook. Miami grabs the miss. Achua's got his 6th rebound on the night. And the Heat, another 3.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And so Westbrook will bring it up for Washington. They trail by 18. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. Shot clock at 6. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
I think there was some thinking after Thomas Bryant had a strong freshman year at Indiana that he would declare for the draft. It's interesting he opts for a 2nd year. That seems to be a real rarity in this one-and-done era.
And Miami making a change here. Adebayo's checked in. Avdia's checked in for Washington. The shot's good from Baller.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
To the middle, and it's out of bounds, and they say last touch by Bryant.
That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
The Heat leading by 19. Hero passes to Baller. Passes it to Ariza. Bryant with the rebound.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
And the wide open shot from Avdia. Good, and it's Beal picking up the assist.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Baller, and he uses the glass on the layup. Baller's got 39.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way. Well, he's been shooting it so well because he's been so active, moving and working to get high percentage shots.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Miami.
They made more foul shots, and that was the difference.
That was a big advantage. The other team was defending with their hands instead of moving their feet, and they handed them a lot of easy points.
at the line.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins.
And they've put themselves into the driver's seat in regards to the season series.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And that'll do it, folks. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this
We're back with Dimes, Kenny Got Work, and Bear to Beast to talk some 2K League Season 4. I am excited for the tip-off, which is coming on May 19th, and I'm excited to see you guys step in. So, Kenny, I want to start with you. Your team won the tip-off last season.
and a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. The nighttime activity on Ocean Drive here in Miami. As seen from the air, plenty going on down there. Good evening and welcome. Here are the five for the Clippers. They've got Rajon Rondo. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's George in at the shooting guard position. And for Miami, Bielitsa is out there with Trevor Ariza. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then there's Victor Oladipo, and it's Baller in at the point guard. And now that we have some time away from it, Steve, how strange and wild were the NBA playoffs in the bubble?
You know, Kevin, having players see each other in hallways while going to battle later that night was definitely different. Spending that much time together. We'll eventually look back and view it as one of the most interesting times in the NBA history.
The rebound by Paul George. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk with Tyronn Lue for just a minute. He said he honestly doesn't know what to expect. This is the first meeting between these two teams this year, so there'll be some feeling out at the beginning. But he told me sometimes that's when we're at our best, when we're relying on our instincts and awareness at the offensive end. Kevin, we'll see if that holds true.
David, thanks. We appreciate the information. Guys, what do you think about their emphasis on shooting coming in?
Listen, if you can get really good shot quality, being efficient, I think they can be successful with that strategy.
They have to be patient and a willingness to make the next pass when the shot isn't there.
Now, here is George. He's coming off a 34-point game against Atlanta. To the inside, and it's George finishing it off.
One of the best passes at the center position, just another way Cousins affects scoring. The homecoming for Paul George, playing in LA with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Rondo finds Leonard. Shoots. Rondo gets the bucket.
I mean, a great look by Kawhi, aware of what the defense is trying to do, understands the spacing.
It's good from Baller.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the second pick in the 2017 draft, that or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
And it's the Heat with the ball. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Here's Baller. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And it's the Heat on the break. Oladipo's running. Here's Baller. Off target with his 3. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Rondo passes to Cousins. Back to Rondo. Feeds it to Cousins. Can't connect from short range.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
Adebayo on the follow.
A tireless worker. You don't have to call plays for Adebayo for him to score.
And it's the Clippers with the ball. 6-point game. Outside Rondo. Here's Leonard. Los Angeles with another miss.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Baller, the long distance 3 is buried. Baller's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for Miami. So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. And this is their first time matched up with this year's Heat team.
And remember, they won both games in this matchup last year. No small feat.
And we
group getting ready for Miami. Bielitsa, he checks in for Adebayo. Riza comes in for Duncan Robinson. Kendrick Nunn, he's checked in for Tyler Hero. And it's Baller in for Goran Dragic. Robert Covington's checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, Ibaka is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Luke Kennard. And there's Jackson, and it's George in at the 2. Drops in the tray.
Not just a knockdown shooter, he does a great job of finding space for his shot.
Clippers trail by 9. That one falls. George has got 6 points.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Baller in that last game against the Wizards put on a show. He picked up 39 points and got there the usual way. An impressive barrage of three-pointers. A very solid stat line for him in what was a terrific outing. You know he wants to keep the momentum going, Kevin.
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
That's what every player has control of, his level of activity. It allows you to impact the game even if the shot isn't falling.
Passes it to Ibaka. Here's Kennard. Pass to George. Shot clock at 5. No good with the elbow jumper.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
No good from Baller.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
Kennard against Bielitsa. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And as he gets deeper into his career, Serge Ibaka's shooting continues to improve. What a great job he's done of changing how he scores.
It's very impressive because a late bloomer Serge Ibaka has been on the offensive end. Let's look at last season, his highest point per game average, and he's in his 11th NBA season. That still has great efficiency on the offensive end, but sometimes he's overlooked as a scorer on this team.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Adebayo is checked in for Achua. And it's Oladipo in for Kendrick Nunn. Clippers trail by 9. Outside, George. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
With a strong sense of timing and awareness, Bam sent that shot away.
Here's Baller. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Baller's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Here's George, and George with the stuff.
Slippery play by Paul George to get inside. He ends up right where he wanted to be for the shot.
No good from Baller. The Clippers have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Good on the three-point shot. Baller's got 21 in the game.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Clippers trail by 13. Inside, here's Cousins, and Cousins throws it down.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter.
And so it's the Miami Heat. Their lead at 15 going into the break. Their work from beyond the arc has been a highlight. A lot.
Thanks very much, Warren. It looks like you guys are giving them a lot of different.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Baller having a dominant impact in this game.
Yeah, and I don't know if anybody saw this offense coming from him, but it's been key for his team.
This is why you prepare. Get ready for the opportunity if it comes your way, because you may be asked to deliver.
They've got Oladipo. Bam Adebayo is out there with Nemanja Bjelica. And it's Trevor Ariza. And it's Baller in at the one. It's the group on the floor for Miami. From 20 feet out. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Leonard's got 6 points.
An all-NBA first-teamer in 2016, Kawhi can drop points on you from anywhere.
They double him with George. Floats one, and he comes up with the deuce. Oladipo's got his second bucket.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
Rondo with the ball. Now guarded by Baller. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Miami called for the foul.
Love Rondo down there on the block. Nice move to catch the D off guard.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. And Rondo drops them both. Miami leading by 15. Here's Baller. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
That's good from Baller. Clippers trail by 18. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Leonard with no one around. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo.
Man, he keeps doing his part. They just haven't been able to get over the hump.
Baller passes to Ariza. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Shoots from 14. It's a hand on it. Great positioning on the putback.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Loads it up for Adebayo. Ariza kicks to Oladipo. Pass to Baller. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Stolen by George. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Outside Leonard. Morris outside. Clock at 6. Over Oladipo. And it's Cousins with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Heat with some. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. And they've been enjoying this long homestand. That will be game 4 of 5 in a row at home. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, we've got DeMarcus Cousins. Rajon Rondo is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. And the pass to Rondo. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And it's easy to give up after a play like that, but this team needs to keep fighting.
It's just one trip down the court, but you have to have short memory in this league or you won't last long.
George is checked in for the Clippers. Baller passes to Ariza. Rondo on the double team. Baller defended by George. Hero knocks down the 3 ball.
This is really what separates Tyler Hero as a player. The confidence and touch from deep.
Now here's Rondo. He's covered closely. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one is on Ariza. Now in the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof. Well,
Wow.
I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know,
That is.
got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yep, I'm going to agree with you. And that one misses. Ray, compare the times when you played as an NBA player with a lot more contact and a lot was let go on the floor to what we're seeing now when there seem to be a lot of whistles, a lot of stoppage of play.
I mean, there's no doubt about it. You know, you got to allow players to defend. And if they're in a legal guarding position, let them do their job. You know, eliminate the cheap ones. Part of the issue, though, partner, is now so much of the game is played on an island, right? You don't have the crowds that you typically would see guys in back in our era. There's more space. The court, in that sense, is bigger. You're out there kind of on your own, man, and these guys are crafty at drawing fouls.
It's never been harder for a defender. Rondo's shot is off. The Heat leading by 21. Pass to Ball. Here's Ariza, and the rejection by Leonard.
Yeah, that shot gets jacked. Great anticipation by the claw.
Baller passes to Hero. Adebayo with the ball. Goes back up. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Hero's got 19 points.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Expanding upon this lead, trying to close it out. He's really stepped up.
And here's Leonard from three. Here's Zubac. It's good.
Relentless on the offensive glass, and then you love the finish.
Now a timeout called by Miami. Robert Covington's checked in for the Clippers. For Miami, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Count that one. That's 28 points for Baller.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Pass to Cousins. Dishes it to George. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist.
Smooth off the bounce with the strength to finish through contact. Paul George showing us how it's done.
Baller passes to Ariza. Baller, he's covered by Leonard. Pass to Bielitsa. Rondo against Ariza. And there's the pass to Baller. The Heat need to get a shot off. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Leonard. Good D by Ariza.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
There's the double team with Covington. Passes it to Hero. Bielitsa, that's for 2. Again, the Heat, good for 2.
Continues to develop as a playmaker. It's nice to see Tyler Hero create for others.
Leonard looking around. The shot that time, not on target. Good D by Ariza. Here's Baller, and the rejection by Cousins.
When DeMarcus Cousins is blocking shots, this defense takes on a whole different attitude.
Hey, Smitty, Steve Kerr talked about how Michael Jordan scared his teammates into becoming better players. Would that kind of approach, you think, work today with players entering? I think burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
They double him with George. Baller, defended by George. Heat moving the ball around. Dragic with a wide open look. And the 3 ball is good. And the Heat lead by 17.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us.
Yeah, man.
Dimes, you're looking to also win this tournament. How has it been over in Dallas prepping for the season?
Ironically, we actually have the center who was on Kenny's team last season. We have a new team, but everybody's ready, man. We got some great pieces, people who are established within the league already.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
What a wonderful view of the lights of Miami here on a gorgeous night in South Florida. We welcome you to Noche and Beyond here on 2K Sports. A look at the Magic starting group. Fultz and Ross pair up to make the backcourt. Jonathan Isaac is out there with Otto Porter Jr. And it's Carter in at the center filling out the middle. And for the Heat, they've got Baller. Bielitsa is out there with Adebayo. And it's Trevor Ariza. And it's Hero in the 2-guard. Greg, if your system overall for these teams, if the schemes don't seem to be working, how much can you really change before you get to the offseason? Or, in particular, before you get to the playoffs?
It's never easy. A system change would come typically with a coaching change. And the reality is you also have to evaluate the roster, and you can't fit that square peg into a round hole. Whatever your system is, it's got to be catered to the personnel you have. You can't go the other way around, and I think that's what separates oftentimes the good coaches from the great ones. And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And here's Fultz. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Clippers. Carter drives in. Great D that time from Adebayo. And so Adebayo will bring it up for Miami. It's a 3-point game. About a minute played so far here in the first. He dialed that one up from long distance. And it's 6 points for Baller. Here are the Magic now. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Yeah, I mean, they had their chances, competed deep into that game, but had a few lulls there that just kind of took them down.
And, you know, those are the kind of games that sting and that bad taste lingers. Knowing you were in it, but not coming through down the stretch, those are hard to get over sometimes.
Here's Porter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And it's important that Porter stays aggressive. When he does this, it helps force the D's hand.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
Matter of fact, a lot of his points came from the stripe. He was feeling it. I don't think you really can say enough about the work he's put in and the massive strides he's made in his free throw shooting, guys. I mean, his numbers are way up this year.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Now here's Fultz. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
Here's Fultz. Passes to Carter. Kicks to Porter. Pass to Fultz. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Now on the scoring column with that bucket, 1 for 2 this game. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Steve Clifford had a few minutes to share with me. Now, they lost the first game against this team, but the coach said he's not worried. He thinks they just have to rely on their offense a little more. He told me, look, the first time didn't go the way we would like, but I still think we can score against these guys. We have to keep the ball moving, and then we have to finish strong. They're trying to even up the season series at 1, Kevin. We'll see how they do. Back to you.
Appreciate that, David. Interesting report there, GA. The team focused on what it can do offensively.
Bottom line, in this league, you have to score points. Sounds like they have a plan.
Yeah, and we'll see how it reveals itself, that plan. If the theory is proven right, they'll have a nice foundation to work from.
And Miami has possession after the Magic pick up 2. Here's Baller. And a miss there on the triple. The Magic trail by 9. Fultz with the ball. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. The pass to Ross. 6 on the shot clock. And it's off from 3-point range. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Here's Baller. The long distance 3 is good. Baller's got 18 points.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
And a new group in for the Heat. Achua, he's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Iguodala comes in for Bjelica. Duncan Robinson, he's checked in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Victor Oladipo in for Hero. And Fultz gets it to go.
Man, I like the quick catch and release from Fultz, a confident shooter who's ready to fire as soon as he catches it.
1:51 left in the first quarter. The shot's good from Baller.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Now here's Anthony. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
A minute 20 left to play here in the first. Baller passes to Oladipo. And stolen by Wagner. Now here's Anthony. Tight defense on him. Shoots the 3. And Oladipo pulls it down. The Heat leading by 12. Baller covered by Anthony. Here's Baller. The Heat rebound. 41 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Achua. 2 points. That one goes.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Here's Fultz after the Heat pick up 2. Passes it to Ennis. 6 to shoot. Pass to Okeke. The Magic again can't hit. Oladipo taking his time here. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Heat lead by 14. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. Going with the whole new group on the floor. Hero out there with Baller. Then it's Trevor Ariza. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Bjelica in at the 4. That's the group on the floor for Miami. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
That is not a simple finish by any means. Adebayo had to keep his focus, makes the D think twice about getting physical with him.
The Magic trail by 11. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And that's a foul called on Baller. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Magic have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Baller in that last game against the Clippers was tremendous. He scored 28 points, and he got those points as he always does, knocking down shots from beyond the arc. That was just the latest chapter in what has been a very good stretch of outings for him. He can't afford to take anything for granted going into tonight.
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him, might force him to adjust, or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
Now here's Anthony. 10 points for him. And a wide open look for Porter. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got 3 assists now in this one. The Heat leading by 8. There's a minute 47 left in the first half. Here's Baller. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Robinson's checked in for Trevor Ariza. Markelle Fultz has checked in for Orlando. Now the pass to Ross. Robinson against Porter. Tipped away. Here's Baller. Rebound by the Magic. Outside Porter. Here's Ross. And there are the Magic with another bucket.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
Fast break. Here come the Magic. Here's Carter. And then Carter with the dunk.
The awareness, something people don't always talk enough about with Porter. That's a great find there.
And the Heat making a change here. Nunn's checked in. And that one falls for Carter.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch. That finish brings me back to the old days, the silky smooth finger roll.
Porter looking it over Robinson, dives for it, and so that's the end of the first half. Miami ahead, up by 7. And a chance now to send it over to... All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Baller having a dominant impact in this game.
Well, he was putting on a passing clinic in that first half, set up a lot of their mates.
And, you know, that's what delights him most. That's what he takes most pride in. He loves being the chief facilitator.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court for Orlando, Fultz and Ross pair up to make the backcourt. Porter is out there with Jonathan Isaac, and it's Carter in at the 5 down low. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Markelle Fultz. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time.
From deep. The shot's good from Baller. Baller's got 30.
Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
Fultz looking around to the paint. Isaac trying to break free. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo.
In the 7th pick of the 2018 draft, Carter Jr.'s potential is enticing. A bruising big man with a bright future ahead of him.
Achua, he's checked in for Miami. Baller guarded by Fultz. Fultz brings the double team. Here's Baller. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Baller's got 5 points now in the quarter.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Releases from 15. No good. Good D by Ariza.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities.
There's 45 seconds left to play in the third. Back to Anthony. Pass to Ross. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got 4 assists now tonight.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Well, he's demanding the ball. He wants it, and he's coming through. I mean, you can see why his teammates trust him down the stretch, guys.
Wendell Carter, he's checked in for the Magic. The Heat have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Here's Baller. Drains the three-pointer. Baller's got 39.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Here is Porter. 12 points for him. Can't get it to fall. And so it's Miami in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. Their transition game has been in full effect, and we'll be right back after this. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for Orlando. They trail by 16. Robinson is out there with Trevor Ariza. Then it's Nemanja Bjelica. Then there's Baller, and it's Hero in at the 2. That's the group in the game for the Heat.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Baller passes to Ariza. Here's Baller down low. And Porter comes to help. Just 5 to shoot. Hero no good. The Magic trail by 13. Ross with a wide open look. That's in there. Anthony with the assist.
Man, I like the three-point stroke of Ross. Gets it off so effortlessly. Man, he's got terrific form.
And it's good for 2. Baller's got 41.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
Now here's Ross. Outside Porter. That one no good. And it's Miami the other way. At one point they led by 16. Anthony on the double team. Baller passes to Hero. Good ball movement here by Miami. Ariza has the open look. Off target from 3-point range.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
A shot by Anthony. Nobody around.
Timeout.
And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Now a timeout called by Miami. Adebayo is checked in for the Heat. Fultz is checked in for the Magic. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Fultz brings the double team. Ariza passes to Baller. Back to Ariza. Clock at 6. It's Bjelica. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Carter up top. Up top, Ross. Steps back and fires. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
Feasting on the leftovers, eating big time. Ross stepping inside the arc and making it happen.
Baller passes to Bjelica. Banked in off the glass. Bjelica's got 4 points in the quarter.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Now here's Fultz. D right on him. Outside Porter. Back to Fultz. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds in this game. Baller passes to Ariza. That one goes. Count it. Ariza's got his first points of the night.
Poise is so important for any player, but Ariza demonstrating poise when he's in the paint, looking to score.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. It's been quite a game for Baller.
He can't miss from deep. The defense has to regroup here, and I think they've got to change things up because he's locked in from behind the arc.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Baller.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
And the Magic making a change here. Isaac's checked in. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Steve Clifford had to say to his team. He is not pleased, and he told them they have to make a push right now. He said, look, we got to make a move, or I've got to pull the plug. Pretty blunt stuff, Kevin. Back to you.
It's Ariza on the wing, defended by Carter. Got a piece of it. Ross with the steal, and now the fast break. Ross with the ball. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Tell you what, Ross covers ground in a hurry, a nanosecond.
Baller passes to Hero. Fultz brings the double team. Here's Bjelica. Passes it to Baller. Pass to Hero. Shot clock at 3. Trying to get open is Adebayo. Hero, no good. The Magic trail by 9. Here's Isaac. The basket good off the assist from Fultz.
For a young player, I like the way Fultz sees the floor. He knows and feels when a guy is open.
Here's Baller. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Heat.
Well, it's been an outstanding game for them in the open court. Their fast break points really stand out.
And also, guys, they take a lot of pride in their ability to rebound the basketball, especially on the offensive end.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 9-point ball game here. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Orlando Magic. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And what you like about Porter, he can do a little bit of everything for you. Defend it, rebound it, space the floor, and he's unselfish.
And Porter drops them both. Miami's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Baller. There's the pass to Bielitsa. Isaac with the steal.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
It doesn't look good, even with a quick bucket here.
And with that, the Heat lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Porter. Here's Baller. Trying to get open is Adebayo. Good. Nice play there from Baller. Baller's got 45 points. Porter against Ariza. Porter, no luck.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
The shot's good from Baller.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
They grab their own miss. Isaac outside. Can't connect from long distance. Here's Baller. Lays it up and banks it in. 49 points for Baller.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Olney, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by
Well, if you want to know what it feel like to win the title, you're on top of the world. But the season after was, whoo, that was not messing with you. It was we had some ups, had some downs. Last season we didn't make the playoffs. We won it the year before, but we had a lot of talent this year. So it's like I'm super excited to get it going. I want to see that Mavs and Raptors rivalry going on.
And just about to get underway as the starting fives have been announced. Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. Tonight, it's Noche and a Beyond. DA, it's all yours.
Hey, Kevin.
It sure has. Thanks, DA. So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Brown, the small forward, with Tatum holding down the 4 spot. Walker and Smart, the guards. And it's Williams at the 5, down low. And for Miami, Bjelica is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Baller. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Hero in at the 2. Lots of speed and athleticism on the floor tonight, Brent. What do you think could determine the outcome?
Well, if guys are going to play fast, Kevin, and guys are going to be up in the air, it's going to come down to very solid decision-making to see who it is that separates themselves in this one.
Right wing. Here's Baller. Those 3-pointers off the mark. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for the Boston Celtics. It's a 3-point game. Their last encounter was in Boston.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
It took just a little bit of time, but once they figured out the D on that night, man, their offense was rolling.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Here's Baller, nailed from 3-point land. Baller's got 6 points.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Walker. Good, and Smart gets the assist.
Improving size does not matter. Walker comfortable slamming it up inside.
Here's Baller, and the Heat, another 3. The Celtics have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And here's Walker outside. He can't get it to go. The Heat go the other way with it. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Yeah, I felt like they attacked, but with a purpose. They knew what they wanted to accomplish coming in.
And talking with the coaching staff, they said in that game they did a great job of not settling. Keep working the ball around, finding the best look. Let's see if they can keep that up.
Tatum looking around. Smart kicks to Tatum. Shot clock at 6.
And so far, the team just 1 of 5, and that rim shrinking.
Yeah, hard trying to keep Williams off the boards. He makes it a mission to keep possessions alive.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. No good from Baller. Celtics trail by 7. Tatum on the wing. He had 22 points in the win against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
Let us not forget about the work on the glass. His effort level was a 10 that night out of 10.
Yeah, they've built up this lead 3 points at a time.
Well, a lot of importance placed on outside shooting, and tonight you can see why after that kind of quarter exploding from the perimeter.
You got to close off the lane to the basket. Tatum is just so good at creating angles to attack.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Didn't think that was going to go in. 17 points for Baller.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And now the first timeout called here for Boston. It's been quite a game for Baller.
The defense has to take the ball out of his hands. He's just knocking down every 3-pointer he takes right now.
A different look for Miami. Achua, he's checked in for Bjelica. Robinson comes in for Butler. And it's Oladipo in for Hero. And finished off by Brown.
What an athlete this kid is. Brown, it's just fun watching him get up and throw it down.
Here's Baller. And again, Miami with the triple.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Celtics trail by 12. Here's Pritchard. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Robinson against Brown. And there it is for him.
And love how assured Brown looks taking these shots. His mid-range game is on point. He's squaring up like that.
From deep three-point range, Miami with a new 14. Here's Baller. From deep. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Miami. The Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. The Celtics shooting their first free throw tonight.
What's up?
On the floor for Boston. Walker and Smart, the guards. Brown, the small forward, with Tatum holding down the 4 spot. And it's Williams at the 5.
And on top of the talent, the physical ability, Williams, just a coachable kid and really picks things up quickly.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Baller in that last game against the Magic had a huge game. He finished with 49 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what became a great exhibition on his part. It's rare to see any player put up numbers like that. It's likely a game he'll always remember. Kevin?
David, we appreciate the update. Greg will see if he can keep rolling here tonight.
Yeah, and that's the rub. When he's in rhythm, he can carry your team across the line.
And you want to see him make sure that the teammates are also involved in what they're doing, especially if he draws that much attention.
The shot's good from Baller.
This looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Walker surveying the floor. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Smart goes in. And Adebayo sends it back.
Are we sure that Bam's not wearing a watch out there? Perfect timing.
And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Here's Tatum. He's got 6.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's Hero. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Smart misses. The Heat leading by 18. Here's Baller. Comes up empty down low.
A serious talent when Robert Williams is healthy. He makes his presence felt. Has great length and lift off the floor. Defensively, he protects the rim and even blocks shots out on the perimeter. Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Williams passes to Smart. And a wide open look for Walker. Misses, and the dry spell continues. And then offensively, Williams is mostly a rim runner at this point. But Greg, there are signs that the jumper is coming along.
Yeah, you know, when he was drafted at the end of the first round, there was a lot of talk about rebuilding his shot mechanics. And that's still a work in progress. But where he's really impressed people is with his passing. He has terrific instincts for the game.
Good, and Smart gets the assist.
Timeout.
Walker's got 5.
And he's kind of always had that shoot-first mentality for a point guard. And when you can shoot it like Walker, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. Oladipo, he's checked in for Tyler Hero. Then for the Celtics, Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Williams. And Fournier subbed in for Smart. Oladipo, the pass to Baller. 55 seconds left now here in the second. Oladipo misses. Celtics trail by 17. Brown wide open. He fires. Misses the 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
No good from Baller. Boston shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. Fournier dishes to Walker. 23 seconds left to play in the first half. 5 on the clock. The Celtics need to get a shot off. But they get it back. Here's Brown, plenty of space. Nails the wide open jump shot. And it's 6 points for Jaylen Brown.
And that's just tremendous confidence from Brown. Going up with the shot right away and giving the D no time to react. Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
And so it's Miami, feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break.
Yep.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Baller having a dominant impact in this game.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Jimmy Butler is out there with Nemanja Bjelica. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then there's Baller, and it's Hero in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
It's a solid blueprint. The Heat leading by 21. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Here's Baller, and the layup's good off the glass. 27 points for Baller.
Well, the talk at halftime must have been a good one. Right now, 3 straight buckets to start the quarter.
That's a 2-pointer from Walker. Again, the miss by Walker.
Not sure they realize it's not halftime anymore. 4 attempts, and they're still looking for their first bucket.
Wow, 4 or 5 to start the half, coming out on fire. And Bones, when you look at Jimmy Butler's elite impact at both ends,
And Miami shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. Walker and Smart, the guards. Fournier out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Williams at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Baller. A rebound by the Celtics. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Fournier. Rebound by Baller. And here's Miami. And he drops it in from the low post. Baller's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Heat. Celtics shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. And that's a foul called on Baller. That's foul number 2 for him. Kendrick Nunn, he's checked in for the Heat. Boston also with the sub. Nesmith has checked in. To the middle. Here's Adebayo. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And you have to like how they're getting the ball inside this half. They didn't have as much success in the paint earlier, but they're finally getting it done down low.
The Heat making a switch here. Layman's checked in. Free throw good. Adebayo.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Right side Fournier. And they call an illegal screen here. Greg, we are in an era of positionless basketball. And we know the All-Star game now has a 2 backcourt, 3 front court position as opposed to 2 guards, 2 forwards, and a center when you're voting. Should they get rid of those designations entirely?
I tell you what, I think you could make a strong case for that. You go back to last season, many felt Jimmy Butler got robbed of a starting spot. I think, listen, this is the fans' vote. Why not the 5 top vote getters? I don't care if they're 4 guards. If the 5 players that the fans want to see the most play a certain position, then so be it. You know, they're not going to play all 48 minutes. You're still going to have your 7 other spots to kind of balance out the roster. I say just let the fans tell you the 5 they want to see, and let's go play.
And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Baller passes to Iguodala. Pass to Nunn. 6 to shoot. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early. And just one more will put him over the limit.
On defense, Boston. They have yet to put up any points here in the 4th. Baller passes to Iguodala. Clock at 4. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. Fournier against Nunn. Fournier's shot is off.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Bucket is good. And that's now 33 points for Baller.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Tatum finds Fournier. Back to Tatum. And slam dunk by Tatum.
An explosive player who has no problem finishing above the rim. Tatum does damage inside.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Ogilvy is checked in for Evan Fournier. That's good from Baller. Greg, your son's been drafted. You were drafted in the NBA. As you look back on the process that you went through and your son Cole has gone through, what are some of the flags? What are some of the things that stand out to you?
First and foremost, boy, how time flies. I mean, it wasn't
no
that long
kidding.
ago, at least
No
it feels
kidding.
like, that they were calling my name on draft night. But
91, right?
Yeah.
91.
You know, every stage of life, though, has its joys. And listen, to play the game I love and now see him playing it at this level, it's truly a blessing. And in his case, he probably loves it even more. You know, he didn't grow up the way I did. He grew up just with a true love and passion for the game. So it's humbling and obviously something that I take great pride in.
You were taken out of UNLV, 1991, number 12 overall. Remember it like it was yesterday. The Celtics have gone just 33% from the field in the 4th quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. And here is Neesmith. Passes to Edwards. No good on the three.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
It falls, and 2 points from Baller.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
For Miami, they've gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. And some changes here for the Heat. Riza comes in for Bam Adebayo. And it's Duncan Robinson in for Kendrick Nunn. Edwards brings the double team. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. It's good from long range.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
Kicks it to Edwards. And there's the pass to Pritchard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. You know, you look at the 2020 class for the Basketball Hall of Fame, Greg, some great names, headlined by Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan, Kobe Bryant. I mean, historic players.
And all the more emotional, Kevin, having Kobe enshrined after his tragic passing. But when you look at the accomplishments of this class, arguably the most decorated.
So Miami takes this one by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge.